Okay, so this is a negation or not operator. Sometimes we will use like this, or sometimes we can use the symbol like this as well. Okay, these two are having same meaning. So negation. Okay, so this is the negation operator. Now, based on this, what are the truth tables? Suppose P and Q are true, what will be the truth value of negation of P? What will be the truth value of negation of Q? P, R, Q, P and Q. Okay, so these are the three basic operators, R and negation. Okay, then these two are called the conditional operators. Okay, so this is conditional one way, this is biconditional two way. Okay, now let us see them and try to understand them. So very first thing is, if you are having two variables, if you are having two variables, you will have four rows here. Okay, so TT, TF, FT, FF, four rows will be there. Therefore, based on the number of variables, you will have the number of different rows. Now, uh, so if you are having uh, three variables, for example, you are having P, Q and R, three variables you are having. Here you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows will come. Okay, so how to calculate means, if you are having n variables, for example here three variables are there. If you are having three variables, 2 power 3 rows. Okay, so P Q R means 2 power 3 will be how much? 2 multiply 2 multiply 2. So therefore you will have 8 rows will come. Here we are having only 2 rows, P and Q. You will have 2 power 2. Okay, so 2 power 2 is going to be equal to 4. Only 2 power 2, that is 2 multiply only 2, so that answer is going to be 4 for us. So this is how you should choose the number of rows first. Okay, so first fix how many rows, then based on that what we can do is, we are going to have uh, the elements here. So how to fix up the elements is, listen to me, when you are having 4 rows here, first thing is, so first what you can do is, first you can write uh, 2 T's and 2 F's. So from where I am getting this 2? If you are getting 4 here, divided by 2 always. Okay, if you are getting 8, always divided by 2. If you are getting 16, always divided by 2. So first thing is, you write 2 T's and 2 F's. So when you are having 2 T's and 2 F's, first column will be complete. Second thing is, if you are having the second place, you can write 1 T and 1 F. 1 T and 1 F. You can do like that. Okay, so that most first thing we have completed for P and Q. So these two things are completed. Now coming to negation of P. So negation of P means, take this column. Okay, so consider only this column. So only this place C, from this place, whenever you are getting a T here, you just make it as F here. Okay, so a T is coming, you can make it as F. If F is coming, you can change this into T. F is coming, change this into T. That is the definition of the negation. Okay, so this operator, that is the definition. If it is coming negation, sometimes we write negation like this, sometimes we write like this, sometimes we can write like this also. Okay, so all these are having same meaning, negation of P. So this is the first thing where we can complete the negation operators. Negation of Q. So by using the same definitions, negation of Q, when it's coming to negation of Q for this part, you have to take Q here. So from Q you should take it. Here if it is coming T, then we write it as F. Here F, then T. Okay, opposite. Here T, then F. Here F, come T. Okay, just change them. So that is a negation operator for us. So Basically, if you are having only one variable, you will have 2 power 1 rows. If you are having two variables, 2 power 2 rows. If you are having 3, if you are having p, q, r, okay, so p, q, r, 3 variables if you are having, you will get 2 power 3 is equal to 2 multiply 2 multiply 2, that is going to be equal to 8. Okay, so you will get 8 rows will come. Now first after completing this, now let us see how to come for the OR operator. In the OR operator, two variables. Okay, you have two variables here. When you are having two variables p and q, so you should take this column and this column. Okay, see these two numbers only, t and t. For this operator, you should check for the true. In any one of the place you are getting t, you can put a t here. In any one of the place is coming t, so here t coming, so the answer is going to be t. So look at these two columns, here the t is coming, so you can write it as a t. If you look here, there is no t, so if there is no t, then you can put it as a f here. Okay, so what to do for this OR operator, you should check for the t. Okay, so remember this as a rule. Okay, so you can remember this word VAT. Okay, or if you remember this word VAT, you can remember V coming, look for T. Something like that, you can keep it in your mind so that it will be easy in the examination when you are writing them. Okay, now let us come to the next part of that. Now we are going to do for the AND operator. Okay, so it is something like the cap, no? It is something like the cap. So it is something like the cap for us. Okay, so it is something like the cap. So we can put cat, C A F, cough. Okay, so if A is coming, you should look for the F operator. Okay, AF. Okay, sometimes we can call it as the cough, something like that, you can remember that. So you are having, look at these two things, when you are having a F, you can put a F here. So there is no F, we put a T here. So two places there is a F here, make F. Okay, when there is a F here, we make the F. There is F here, even if one F is there, no problem, you can put. Two F is there, then also you can put F. So in here only, at this place only, we don't have any F, so we make it as a T. So this is how you can remember for the OR operator and AND operators. So these two are called the basic, these three are called the basic connectives. Now let us come to the conditional operator. So this is called conditional and this is called biconditional. Okay, so this is if operator and this is called if and only if operator. Okay, so what is the difference means? So this will operate only one side. If this is true, then this will be true. If this is not true, okay, if this is not true, sometimes this will be true or sometimes this will not be true. Okay, so therefore it is based on the truth values of this, whereas this is, you can split this on both the sides, P if and only if Q and Q if and only if P. You can revert on both the directions. So that's why we call it as biconditional operators. Now let us see how to keep our rules in mind. Now look at this for P and Q. These two are same symbols, and F and F. So if these two are same, the conditional operator will be T. Okay, so if same numbers are coming, you can put T. If differents are coming, you see that here it is T one place, F one place, F one place, T another place. So different elements are coming. See that you should take the truth values of Q. Okay, you should take the truth values of Q. So see what is coming in the right hand side. The right hand side we are having Q. The right hand side we are having Q here. So the truth values of Q will be coming here. So what is the truth value of Q here? So the truth value of Q here is F. So that F, take and write it here. Truth value of Q is T here, take and write it here. Okay, so what is this thing? If they are coming same, you put T. If they are different, see what is coming this side. So this side Q coming, take answer from Q. Take from Q. So this is how we can do it. For the if operator, I repeat, if both the values are same, T and T, F and F, the answer is good. If they are different, so one place T, another place F, one place F, another place T. If they are different, the answer will be taken from the second side. Second side, what is coming? Sometimes P tends to Q will come, sometimes Q tends to P will come. So be careful what is coming in the second side. From the second side, you take the answer and put it here. So this F and this T, you put it here. So this F and T. Okay, so this is how we can do it for the conditional operators. Now let us come to the biconditional operator. For the biconditional operator, the first step is same. If they are same, T and T, F and F, biconditional operator will be T. Okay, for same elements, it is coming T for us, for same elements. So what is the rule? For same elements, it is equal to T. If they are different like this, so one place T, another place F, one place F, another place T. If they are different, don't see which is coming right side, which is coming left side. Don't see that. Simply you can put a F here. Okay, F. So if same coming, you can put T. If different elements are coming, you can put F. Okay, this is the basic truth tables method. Totally how many will come? You will get 2 power 3. 2 power 3 means 2 into 2 into 2. So totally you will get 8. Now take off of this. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Always this 2 is going to be same for all the, if you are having 4 variables, P, Q, or S, 4 variables coming, 2 power 4, it is going to be 2, 2, 2, 2. So that is coming 16. So what you do is take this 16, divide by 2. Okay, so totally you will get 16 rows. Take off of that first, so first place P will be first 4 times you can put a T. So T, 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 T. Then make F 4 times only. So totally 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now coming to Q, what you do is again half of that. Last time you put 4 T's, now you put 2 T's only. 2 T's, then 2 F's, then 2 T's, then 2 F's. Now the last column you can put alternatively one time. Okay, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you put TF, 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 TF. Okay, so this is how we can fill up the first column very easily, so that you will not mix up the elements and you will not repeat any combinations and you will not leave any combinations. So this is an easy method to write the combinations of PQRs.